Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I have a project share to show you, and I am taking part in a swap over on Instagram, and it's hosted by Toni, who's known as Craftpurge on both Instagram and YouTube, and I will put her links down below. And it was a Christmas swap, and for it we had to make an embellishment, send 10 die cuts, 2 handmade bows, and a sequin mix. So before I show you the projects, I will show you the different products I used. I used this tag die from AliExpress. I used this tree and deer from this die set, also from AliExpress. I used a doily from this die from AliExpress. I used the poinsettia from AliExpress. I used this bow die from Pink and Main. It's the large bow. I made a rosette using the Tim Holtz rosette die. I used this die also from AliExpress. The scallop bow from Ali. These snowflakes from AliExpress. This stitched star from AliExpress. I used this word joy. It's from a tag die set from Ali. I used the word Mary from, this is from Queen & Company. And this mitten die from Stampin' Up. And if I can remember and if I can find links, I will put links down below for any of those that I can find. I also used a couple of punches from my stash. I used this Snowflake and this snowman punch. I also used this ticket punch that is from Stampin' Up from a while ago. And then this snowman punch as well from Stampin' Up. And then I used this for my paper and embellishments. I used Hey Santa. We could either do pastels or green and red. And then I used some of this mesh from Dollar Tree. So I'll show the bows I made. So I made 2 bows using that Ali die and the Pink and Main die. And I thought those turned out really cute. And here they are packaged up. I'm not putting a bag topper on the littler embellishments. And then I'll come at the end and I'll show you how I have everything packaged up. I'll add that to the video. Then we had to do a sequin mix. So this is my sequin mix. I added these big snowflakes. They're kind of holographic, and then some little stars in pink and mint. I have some white sequins, I have some clear ones, I have some of those little tube beads. What else do I have in here? Oh, these kind of ones that look like almost like a wheel. I have some mix here still left over, so I'll just kind of bring that up to the camera and kind of show you. So really pretty. So we had to send a tablespoon of that. So I put that in a little bag. And then I made these little matchbox holders, or matchbook holders. And so I just layered that snowflake and added a star. Then from my stash I had these little wooden snowflakes that are silver, and these little white ones are from AliExpress. And then I cut out the word joy in a silver metallic paper, and then I will add this here, staple it on, and then close it. And so this is what they look like packaged up. So yeah, I thought those turned out cute, and then they could cut this off and use it as an embellishment if they wanted. So hopefully they'll like those. I thought the sequin mix came out really pretty. That's the first time I've ever made a sequin mix, so hopefully they'll like that. And then we had to do 10 die cuts that were kind of Christmas winter themed. And so I used my punches and dies. And so I cut out 2 snowmen in a silver paper. So I thought those were cute. I punched out a few snowflakes out of the paper. And, oh, this one goes this way actually. Then I cut a mitt out of some pink cardstock and then layered it with the pattern paper over top and glued that together just so it was kind of together. And then I cut out this in silver. I thought that would be pretty to layer behind something. I punched out a snowflake in silver. Then I cut out the word Merry in that pretty silver metallic glittery paper. And then I cut out a tree and a deer in the pattern papers. I didn't have a lot of, I wanted to use snow and cocoa, but I didn't have any chipboard embellishments for that. And as it was, I really didn't use a lot of chipboard, even with the Hey Santa collection. But, you know, my swap kind of shows you that you don't really need to have everything out of a line to make embellishments and stuff. So I hope that kind of inspires people as far as that goes. And so then the last thing I had to make was an embellishment, but I decided to make 3 because I really liked playing with this line, and I was kind of, my mojo was like really working, so I thought I'd go with that. So I cut out 2 stars, one in a pattern paper and then one in a cardstock, and layered those up, and I just added a little bit of dimension to that. I didn't really make, I know a lot of people make the really bulky dimensional things, but I didn't know who was in the swap, if they were like card makers or scrapbookers or just did kind of swap things. So I'm hoping that they'll like them. I think they're quite pretty. They're maybe not as dimensional as other people's, but I still think they turned out quite pretty. So then I layered one of those doilies. I cut it in that silver paper. Then I added a snowflake from Dollar Tree. And then I took one of those poinsettias and I used my little roller thing here to kind of roll up the petals. And then I glued them together and I added diamond dust just to the tips. And then added a little sequin in the middle. I thought that turned out really pretty. It's really sparkly. The first embellishment I actually did was this one here. It's a shaker envelope, and but then I decided to do 2 others along with it. So I made another little sequin mix to put in the middle here, and there's little reindeer in here. I don't know if you can see them, but there's a little reindeer sequin and a little tree sequin in there as well. Then I just layered up some punches, snowflake punches, added a little gem. I punched out a ticket, added a little word sentiment. Those are from Tim Holtz, the Christmas ones, added some bling. This is the only chipboard I used out of everything, was just this little one off of the snow and Hey Santa. Then another one of those little snowflakes from Allie. But I think it turned out really cute. I hope they like them. I hope they're not disappointed that I didn't use a lot of the embellishments, but I did use the paper from Hey Santa. Then my last embellishment, and I thought this turned out really pretty. I used one of those kind of, I don't know if they have them this year, but they're from Dollar Tree. They kind of have that little fuzz on them, the snowflakes. And I left a little tie on in case they want to use it as a hanging from a tag or as an ornament or however they want to use it. Then I layered some of that mesh, and then I cut out a rosette out of the pattern paper. And then I originally had made this snowman to go in their die cuts, but then I didn't know how to finish this off, so then I pulled that snowman out of the die cuts and put another one of those Dollar Tree snowflakes there. Added the snowman, and I punched the little nose and the arms out of some sparkly paper. I added another one of those big Snowflake sequins and another of those ones from AliExpress. And so each of the embellishments had to have, like your one embellishment, but I did 3, had to have 5 elements on it. So I hope I did okay, Toni. You'll have to let me know. But I'm really happy with how they turned out. I think they're really pretty. And like I said, they're not super dimensional, but I think I'm really hoping the people in my group will be happy with them. And so I will pause the video here. I will package everything up, and then I will, well actually before that, before I wrap everything, I'll show you how the bag topper is going to be, the one bag topper I made. So I just took some cardstock, and then I added just some pattern paper. I'm not the greatest sewer. I did do some sewing. I didn't on here. I forgot to, but I'm not going to take that out and do it. I need to get these in the mail today. But I did do sewing around the packaging for the bows, and for the die cuts I did sewing around the edges. I'm not the greatest sewer, and I don't profess to be, but I think it adds a nice touch, and I used metallic thread for that. And so for the topper for this, I just took some mesh and one of those snowflakes, the plastic ones, and then punched out a metallic paper one, those big snowflakes. And I don't know where that punch is, but it's a big one from Stampin' Up. And then I die cut the tree in some metallic kind of rose colored paper, and then added that deer, and I think that turned out really pretty. They're not super fancy, but they're just kind of glued on with some ATG, so you know they can take that apart if they want. And then I just put the embellishments on a removable dot and added them to some pattern paper. Sorry for the glare. So that's how I'll package those, and then I'll come back and show you how it's all packaged together. And then for these here, I'm going to put them in, oh, I gotta find it. I'm going to put the bows, the die cuts, and the sequin mix in just a little bag like this, and then I'll just staple it shut, and then I'll make a tag, and I'm going to wrap them, and then I'll show you how it looks all together. So I will be back and show you that. So I'll be back in a minute. Hey guys, so I'm back, and I'm just going to show you how I package them. I found this metallic tissue paper when I was in the city on Sunday, and so I wrapped them in this tissue paper. I put them in a plastic bag first, so they're not kind of like floating around in the paper, and then I wrapped them with this tool, and then I cut out a little tag with that tag die set from AliExpress. I added this snowflake I got from Canadian Tire, and the tissue papers from Canadian Tire too. It's a hardware store in Canada. And then I added because the paper was plain, I added a snowflake from Dollar Tree, and then these wooden ones that I think were from Michael's a few years ago, and then another one of those little things from Ali. And then I just added some twine and tied a jingle bell to it. So I think they're really pretty. So that's that one. And then there's this one. And then this one is for Toni. Because I was able to cut out a really pretty image out of the paper, I just left it plain. I didn't add the snowflakes into it and that to it. And I ran out of that really pretty pink tool, so I used this kind of mint colored, and then this kind of bluish bell and minty colored twine, and then here's the last one. So yeah, that is my project share. Thanks Toni for hosting. I hope I did okay with the swap. It was really fun. I really enjoyed it, and today is the 19th, so they'll be going out in the mail. I don't know if I'll catch the mail today, but for sure tomorrow. So thanks everyone for watching. Have a great day, and bye for now, and I'll leave Toni's links down below. Bye everyone. you.